Hey everybody, Melissa here, the Unlikely Hiker. I hope everyone's doing good. If you saw my short that I just published, here's that shirt that I got for $5. So in the interest of not being outside in the super smoky air and wrecking my lungs, we're gonna do a video inside today, and we're gonna talk about something a little different, I guess. We're gonna talk about weird things you find around your house that you can use for backpacking. And I think most of these things, some people might have around the house. They're generally readily available, but the goal here is to kind of get the wheels spinning in your head so that you can think about, what can I use that I already have on hand to get into backpacking? Let's talk about it. These are in absolutely no particular order. So I discovered this last year when I was cleaning out the basement. This is a fleece bag that some sheets came in, and it's the same size as my camp pillows. So I put my pillow in there, I can cinch it, and now I have like a really, really soft pillow cover. I mean, yeah, this is gonna weigh a few ounces, but if you don't mind carrying that, and you're gonna use like a bag to put your clothes and stuff in anyway, just put your clothes in here, put it in your pack, and then take it out at the end of the night and use this as a pillow cover, little pillowcase. It's super cozy, and then you'll keep your pillow maybe a little bit cleaner. Next thing I know most people are gonna have laying around the house, and that's a mini umbrella. You do not need to spend a lot of money on a sun umbrella. Here in the Northeast, it makes zero sense for me to actually get a backpacking sun umbrella because you can't get through the woods with an umbrella. However, sometimes depending on the forest I'm in, an umbrella might come with me, especially if it does look like it's gonna rain and I really wanna get out. This I think weighs about 6 or 7 ounces. It's incredibly light. This isn't even the smallest one that I have, by the way. I'll throw this in my pack, and that way if it's really hot out and it's gonna rain, I don't have to worry about wearing a rain jacket. I can just hold the umbrella over me and I'm gonna stay a lot cooler and also drier too. So regular umbrella, don't waste your money on a sun umbrella unless you live in the desert or you're constantly hiking above tree line where it makes sense. The next thing, you can find this at Walmart if you don't have it, but this is foam shelf liner. Ooh. Cool, right? So I have 2 pieces of this, each the same size. What I use this for is, one is the dog's sleeping pad. The other one I put under my sleeping pad. It offers a little bit extra warmth, but it also stops my sleeping pad from skidding around. And I did take one of these to Colorado last year with me. I did choose to carry this weight with me, and it makes a huge difference, especially if you're kind of on a little bit of a slope. You know, your sleeping pad is just gonna slide through your tent, and this will stop that from happening. You can get thinner stuff, which works almost as good. I find that this one, which is a little bit thicker, works a little bit better. But yeah, shelf liner. Next one, these mailing envelopes are made out of Tyvek. Now, I used 2 of these a couple years ago to make a base for my Helinox chair, because as everyone knows, it sinks into the ground. So I made a ground sheet for my chair, and it has these little corners that come up, and the feet go into it and it sits in there. But that's not the only thing I use it for. I made a stake bag for my tent stakes. I didn't like the bag that I had, and I thought that this would hold together a lot better, and it's just folded up with tape. That's it. A little bit of Velcro, that's it. Everything's right in there. You could even make a little placemat for yourself, so you could put all of your items on top of it so that you don't lose it when you get into camp. You could also use that same thing as like an entry mat for your tent, so that you have a place to put your knee down when you're getting in and out of your tent. I'm sure it's not legal to use postal envelopes for my own personal gain, but don't tell anybody, okay? I appreciate that, thank you. Next thing, if you want to bring some spirits with you while you're backpacking. Now, pretend that this says alcohol, do drink, instead of don't drink. This is my denatured alcohol for one of my alcohol stoves that I never use. You can fill this up with the spirit of your choice and bring it with you. It's pretty light. You don't have to worry about spilling it. And yeah, but I would label it. because I have another one of these that I use for my backcountry bidet too, so gotta keep everything separate. This next item is a dollar store find. Last year when I went to the Smokies on a backpacking trip with some other YouTube creators, I brought a whole freaking thing of jelly. I mean, there was no reason for that. I found these little silicone bottles at the dollar store, and it's got a pretty good size opening there. It's not the kind of silicone container that has that little valve in it. Just make yourself either a just jelly wrap or a peanut butter and jelly wrap. It's delicious. Close the top when you're done. This just allows you to bring a couple days worth of jelly with you. So much better. Going along with a food theme, I like to bring chopsticks with me. These are just the generic chopsticks you get when you get Chinese food, and they weigh actually nothing. Throw them in your little food bag. I leave them in there, and that's it. Next item, a tea light. Now, what's great about bringing this with you on your trip, especially if you're staying in a lean-to, is you set this off to the side in a place where no one or nothing is going to knock into it, and you just let it burn as you fall asleep. And what's great about it is it offers just a little bit of light. Alexa, bedroom off. A little bit of light. And it sort of just takes just a little bit of the darkness away. And you don't have to worry about running the batteries down in your headlamp, and this will go out after a couple hours. Next up is something that I have a ton of. It's a poop bag. Mel, what are you talking about poop bags for? Those are for the dog. Au contraire. These I put in my toilet bag, and this is what I put my toilet paper in when I use toilet paper. The great thing about using this is you can't see through it. It's lighter than a Ziploc, and they're scented, so it smells fresh. Yep. So poop bags make great trash bags if you like to stay organized while you're backpacking. No sense in buying expensive stuff sacks because you can use packing cubes. This one is one of a set of 3 from IKEA. This one has my spare first aid kit for ski patrol, but these come in 2 different sizes. So these are a really nice size to use in a backpack, and way cheaper than expensive stuff sacks. It's got a nice zipper. You can open it from the top and kind of see everything that's in there. So for something like clothes or socks or whatever, this is really good. This is a pencil case. Yeah, this is a little heavy, but what this is good for, and it's not what's in here, but I have used it for this before, this has just got some ditties in it. I used it as a ditty bag on my last trip, but you could use this as a first aid kit, and it's got separate little pockets here, so you can organize your stuff in here, and it would work really good as a little first aid kit. Okay, so the next one is definitely a little strange, but it actually works. If you like amusement parks like I do, you'll probably recognize one of these bottles. If you take the handle off, and you're just left with this bottle. My backpack, it's a ULA circuit. It has these little bungees on the shoulder strap. They basically look the same as the bungees for the umbrella holder. You take this, I can strap it to my backpack and hold it here, and then I can drink out of the straw and make music at the same time while I'm hiking. So I'm reusing a piece of plastic that I paid for, and you know, I really have no other use for this, but I'm giving it a second life, even if I used it for like one season or even a long weekend. I mean, it's just using it one more time, keep it out of the landfill just a little bit longer. So that is another use for these. If you have some and you have a backpack with those bungees on it that can go around it and hold this into place. I would put the straw on the outside though, so that you don't poke yourself in the face. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, so you put it over here, and then you can just drink while you're walking. Cool, right? And last but not least, I realized this also was from IKEA. I had this forever, and I like this travel pillow because sometimes I just want something under my neck. And I notice sometimes when I'm backpacking, you know, the pillow just like slips out because I don't actually have like the cord around my pillow. But this, if I have it like this on the back of my head, it'll actually stay in place. I think a lot of people probably have this laying around that is an inflatable kind, and it does fit inside of this little bag. So I could even deflate it and just wrap it up and take it with me. Voila. So anyway, that's literally all I have for you today. A little comical, a little tongue-in-cheek, and a little strange. But like I said, the purpose is to get you to think about, what do I already own that I can use that's gonna help me get into the backcountry? I think that we need to knock down barriers and expectations when it comes to getting people into the backcountry. Come as you are, use what you got, and just get out there, because getting outside is the most important thing. You do not need any special gear to get outside and hike and backpack. And that's the lesson that I hope you take away from this today. So anyway, thanks for watching. Let's hope that our French-speaking friends to the north get through these wildfires. It's pretty bad, and we're kind of far away at this point in Albany, but keep them in your thoughts. And we will see you out on the trail. Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.